We'll have ourselves a very nice afternoon across KELOLAND with plenty of sunshine to go around overall and temperatures on the seasonably warm side of the scale. Low to mid 80s just about across the board, maybe a few upper 70s out there in some of those more sheltered locations. Toward the evening and into the night, maybe an isolated shower or two. I'll try and pop up at a few locations, but overall it's largely quiet, but mild. Lows will be in the 60s. We'll talk about a hot and humid day tomorrow and the potential for severe weather for some. It's all coming up in your forecast. Until then, Midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
Helping preserve the memories of those who served. The Battleship Memorial Museum is in its 55th year of operation. We look at its history coming up. Plus,
jurors have reached a verdict in Hunter Biden's federal gun trial. I'm Nicole Skanga in Wilmington with the latest on the legal fate of the president's son.
good afternoon and thanks for having us in. Now, a former teacher at Whittier Middle School is charged with more improper actions involving juveniles. According to the South Dakota Attorney's Office, Justin Preschel has been indicted by a federal grand jury on 16 child porn-related charges. Now, he was previously charged with solicitation of a 13-year-old in March. Preschel's contract as social studies teacher was terminated on April 8th, according to school board minutes. It was effective on March 31st. Reports say Preschel was employed as a teacher at the time of many of the charged offenses. And weather feels like a nice, pleasant spring day out there. Tomorrow, it's going to feel hotter, and then we may experience some heavier weather.
Yeah, a little bit of everything in the short term. Seasonably warm today, hot and humid, more akin to the dog days of summer tomorrow. And as a bonus, we have to also keep an eye on the skies. You can keep an eye on the skies today if you want, though, but you're not going to see a whole lot, just blue skies. There's Falls Park, a great day to get outside if you can. 82 at the airport with a west wind at 11 miles per hour. Already seeing several people out there taking full advantage of this beautiful Tuesday afternoon here in Sioux Falls. Or if you're out west, you're going to be doing pretty well for yourself also as we head out to Rapid City. A few fair weather clouds, but that is just about it. We're sitting at 76 with an easterly breeze. Nice and light right now at 9 miles per hour. 70s and low 80s as far as the eye can see. 80 Aberdeen and Mulbridge. 77 for Spearfish, Pierre, Huron, Mitchell, Sisseton, and Ortonville with one outlier. Just under that 70-degree mark at 69 degrees. That is down in Custer. But everybody also getting in on a nice comfortable breeze out of the west by northwest, in general 5 to 15 miles per hour. That wind is going to be turning to the south, however, which is going to be a warmer breeze and by extension a little more uncomfortable as well. There is rain, just not here and not for a little while yet. It's out toward Lake Superior through much of Wisconsin and then kind of looping backward just along the area north of Cedar Rapids. And that's really going to be it for the rest of the day. Afternoon high temperatures will climb easily into the 80s across the board, even towing the line of 90 toward areas like Spencer, Yankton, and Wagner in Iowa and South Dakota respectively. But again, plentiful amounts of sunshine to the southeast and up to the northeast as well, where we'll see highs in the low to mid 80s. And again, that breeze around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Out west, you guessed it, mostly sunny, still very nice, mid 80s for much of the region. But like I said, we've got some hot and humid weather to talk about tomorrow and unsettled weather as well on more than one occasion. We'll talk about that coming up in your full extended forecast.
Sounds good. Thank you, Adam. The bravery and sacrifice of America's armed forces during World War II came into sharp focus last week during the commemoration of the 80th anniversary of D-Day. The Battleship Memorial Museum is dedicated to preserving the memory of those who served on board the USS South Dakota, one of the most decorated battleships of the war. Now in its 55th year, the museum still draws visitors from across the country.
It's interesting to us because he's military, my dad is military, so it was nice to come and see something to represent the military families.
But with each passing generation, fewer people have direct ties to the battleship and its legacy. That's why the museum is making changes to its exhibits. Find out how they are reaching out to younger visitors in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND at 10. A new study puts Sioux Falls in the top 5 of the most affordable cities in the country. The study by Consumer Affairs ranks Sioux Falls 3rd, right behind Knoxville and Chattanooga, Tennessee. The study says Sioux Falls earned this spot due to its low unemployment rate and low housing and transportation costs, though it did comment on the city's healthcare costs being above the national average. The South Dakota Democratic Party will receive $70,000 in grants from the Democratic National Committee. This comes as the DNC announced nearly $2 million in grants for 11 non-battleground state parties. The DNC says the majority of this funding will go to voter registration, engagement, and rides to the polls on the state's native reservations. In national news, the jury in the gun trial of Hunter Biden has found him guilty on 3 felony gun charges. Jurors came to their decision after deliberating for only about 3 hours. Nicole Skanga is outside the federal courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware, with details.
The jury in Hunter Biden's criminal gun trial has found the president's son guilty of possessing a gun while being a drug user and making false statements about his drug use when buying that gun in October 2018. Jurors reached their verdict on the first full day of deliberations. During 6 days of testimony, the jury heard from a parade of witnesses, including members of the Biden family. Jurors also heard audio excerpts from Hunter Biden's memoir.
I used my superpower, finding crack anytime, anywhere.
Prosecutors presented text messages Hunter Biden sent to his brother Beau's widow, Hallie Biden, when they were in a relationship. She testified 2 days after Hunter Biden purchased the gun. He wrote he was sleeping on a car smoking crack. Biden's defense attorney said that was a false story Hunter used as an excuse to avoid seeing Hallie. Days later, she found Hunter Biden's gun and threw it away in a dumpster. Biden's defense told the jury he considered himself in recovery and no longer a drug user when he bought the firearm. The jury, made up of 6 men and 6 women, did not ever hear directly from Hunter Biden. He chose not to take the stand. Hunter Biden's wife, the First Lady, and other relatives were fixtures in the courtroom, showing up to support him. In closing arguments, the prosecution urged the jury to ignore them and the media, adding, "People sitting in the gallery are not evidence." The president's son could face prison time. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
No sentencing date has yet been set, and Hunter Biden's team is expected to appeal.